Hello Capricorn, this is Victoria from Mindful Bamboo and I'm here with your January tarot love reading. As usual, we're going to take a look at what's happening with you, with your person, and with your connection. We're going to get some guidance, first of all, from the Alice the Wonderland Oracle deck to understand what is the topic, what is the theme for you for January. And then at the end, I'm also going to pull a card from the Spirit Junkie deck from Gabby Bernstein to get a positive affirmation that you can use to make the most out of this time and this energy. All right, I'll get started right away. Just please remember that this is a general reading, so take only what resonates and leave what doesn't. And if this is not your story, you may want to check out the placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. If this is your story, if you like what I'm doing, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, or comment below the video. It really helps me circulate these messages with more people. And of course, Happy New Year, guys. I hope everybody's doing great, that you had a chance to celebrate whatever the celebration looks like for your family, for your culture, wherever you are in the world. It's not the easiest deck to shuffle, so we have a new moon in Capricorn on the 2nd of January, and we are also in Venus retrograde, so something to keep in mind. There could be some communication challenges in relationships, not just in love relationships. On the other hand, you're asked to, since the planet is in retrograde, to go internally and do some in-depth analysis and exploration of, where you are with love, what a love relationship means for you, and relationships in general. What is a healthy relationship in your opinion? And also show yourself some love. Start with you. Start building relationships with by building one with yourself, like a really healthy one. Okay, I'm just gonna pull one out. Oops, we have clock time, pressure, in a rush. So it seems like you feel some pressure in January to do something. Okay, let's take a look. Let's figure out what it is. What is Capricorn feeling pressure about? What is their energy like? What do we need to know in January? It keeps jumping out of the of its spot. I'll be getting new sets, a new background soon, connected with bamboo, so that would be fun. I'm also preparing for my trip to Hawaii in a few days, so a lot of exciting things coming up, and I'll be sharing my impressions, my experience with you guys. Okay, so you have 7 of inspiration. What about Capricorn's person? What's going on with them? Temperance. And what about the connection at this time? Wow, 10 of emotions. Bottom of the deck, 6 of materials. Equal give and take. Reciprocating. That's cool. Okay, we'll pull some clarifiers. Please clarify 7 of inspiration for Capricorn. Okay, please clarify temperance. It's interesting that temperance in this deck also has different phases of the moon on it. I was talking about the moon just now. We're kind of at the very end of the cycle before the new moon starts. Right, bottom of the deck, 7 of swords. And we have 7 of wands here. It's interesting. Yeah, so the general underlying energy that I'm getting here is that um, it's coming to light now in your reality, where some of the relationships in your life haven't been balanced at all, have been very out of balance in terms of the give and take of like what you put in, what you get out of them, right? And it could be both ways actually, where maybe you are giving too much of yourself and you are not getting anything out of it, or it could be the other way around, where um, maybe you've been taking advantage of certain situations. So it's up to you to take it how it resonates, but it seems like you're seeing kind of it coming full circle, and that's what is helping you to realize the way it was. So for example, if somebody wasn't treating you well or didn't reciprocate based on what you've contributed, now you're seeing how that's impacting them. Or maybe if you've been in like the same situation, but you realize that you've been given too much of yourself and it was your choice, now you're seeing the negative side of that, that you've basically, you have nobody to blame. It was your decision to extend yourself too much, maybe when the person didn't ask for that, didn't need that, right? And you know, at the end, in this kind of situations, you would be paying for that. So for your energy, we have Seven of Inspiration, clarified by Three of Pentacles. So this is you coming to your own and realizing what your passion is, what your voice is, what you stand for, through collaboration with others, through teamwork. You are finding your voice and learning to build healthy boundaries, right? What's mine and what's ours, right? In terms of opinion, thoughts, and then actions. That's a very, very important lesson. For your person, we have, but I don't feel that that's on was your partner. I feel it's more generic. I mean, it could be with your partner, of course, if you're collaborating on something, but it's not through a love relationship. Let's put it that way. So it could be through some work project that you have with your person. But whatever it is, it's the general idea remains the same. So ultimately, it's still serving its benefits for any and all of your relationships. Your person has got Temperance clarified by Ace of Swords in reverse, and you see that moon that I was talking about. So yeah, the moon cycle is impacting your person. New moon and full moon in this month, you may want to pay attention to those and maybe read up of what those energies are bringing about. But yeah, from your person's perspective, they're realizing that in order to see the full picture, they need to be patient. Like, there's not a lot that they necessarily can push and can do faster. Everything has to happen in divine timing as the energies kind of blend in, as they integrate, and then the truth will be known, just, natural. You don't have to push it, to force it. It will be revealed in time. They do have some questions, some concerns about situation, something that you two are going through. I don't know whether it's connected with your relationship in particular. Maybe it's something outside of it. For example, if you had that situation I was just talking about with your cards for the workplace, where you are learning to build boundaries, somehow that looks weird or unclear for your partner, and they have questions about that. That's just an example, but for you to understand what I'm talking about. But they have some confusion and lack of clarity on what is going on in the situation. But they realize that that knowledge is going to come in divine timing. They don't need to push it, to force it, to kind of beat it out of you, if you know what I mean. And then for the connection, we have 10 of Emotions, which is 10 of Cups, clarified by the Wheel of Fortune and the Hermit, numbers 9 and 10. So 9 and 10 and 10. Yeah, what I'm getting here is that, and you see this is like red and blue, and this is red and blue. That's interesting. This is also talking to me a little bit about yin and yang. calibration and balancing, and that certain wisdom is going to come through by, you know, doing some mindfulness and meditative practices. That both of you are going to come around and filling the gaps I'm hearing, or find the missing pieces of a puzzle that have been bothering you maybe even for years. Something about love and emotional fulfillment, and what's and how, oh yeah, I'm getting here, it's about happiness and emotional fulfillment, and it's kind of like, what is the balance, or how much do we impact ourselves, this emotional fulfillment and happiness, and how much is actually prescribed and predefined by the divine? It's a very interesting question. It's not even for this reading, because it's just going to take us a long time to get into that, so I'm not going to dive too deep. But if you want to know more, if you have questions, let me know in the comments. So some big questions that you're trying to tackle this month, Capricorn. I'm just going to pull a card from the Spirit Junkie to see what's the affirmation that you can use. All that I need is coming to me in ways I could never have imagined. Yeah, so it's another confirmation that everything is going to come in divine timing, and you shouldn't rush it. So remember, we saw the clock time at the beginning, so both cards are really about timing. So don't rush. You have all the time that you need. Everything is going to come in its own right, in its own time. Don't focus too much on that. Okay, I hope this is useful for you, Capricorn. Let me know in the comments. It's been great doing this reading for you guys. Happy New Year, everyone, and I'll be back with more readings very soon. Bye.